Oh, back again with some custom content. So we're going to be going up against someone different this time. We're going to go up against Spiral from the Mojo Mania pack. And we're going to be playing Alopex, I think it's the way you pronounce it, from Inkwire. She plays around this prey attachment, so she's forced to attach it to anyone she attacks or thwarts. So she's kind of a single target minion or side scheme destroyer, so pretty interesting. She's in an aggression deck, which is quite helpful because we've also got Howard the Duck. So I don't know much about Alopex other than that she's got something to do with the turtles. But Howard the Duck I know a little bit about. But funny enough, most of what I know about him is probably from the weird movie that came out. I remember watching that. It's something special to watch. If you haven't seen it before, I can't say I recommend it because it's awful, but it's an experience like no other, I think is the way I would describe that movie. It's truly special. But yeah, obviously it's been in comics for a long time and has some good stories, I'm sure, but yeah, it's probably most famous for his movie. So let's finish off setting up Spiral while we're here. So we're just gonna shuffle these, reveal one, just dial M for Mojo. So each friendly character is going to get an extra thought, but each encounter card gains insight 1, and we'll be trying to track down Spiral as we go through the game. So we'll flip Spiral, needs 2 threat on here. Key thing about Spiral, she can't take damage at the moment because we don't know where she is basically. So we have to go hunt for her using this side scheme. And they should have a 6 threat on it. Yeah. So we can take 2 damage to remove 3 threat here, but we probably won't need to do that. Instead we'll just fort up. Okay, so we're going to draw cards. I think we're going to have Howard go as first player. So we're going to draw 6 here. She really likes mental resources, if I remember correctly. So I feel like getting a support stand would be pretty good. Home technique on the first turn would be great. So I'm kind of tempted to just keep this hand. It's probably not the most efficient hand. We also need to get this down. She doesn't scheme for too much. So actually, you know what? I am going to keep that hand and we're just not going to do a lot this turn. We're just going to make sure we have some sort of support out. So probably Mutant Shelter. And go from there. Okay, then Howard the Duck. I forgot to say, Howard the Duck is by Ryan, so SuperTNT. And Alopex is by Inkwire. So we're going to draw 6 here. For multitasking. Okay, so we can't remove threat from the main scheme in a minute until she's cornered. So multitasking is pretty useless. That's good. Okay, don't know what happened there. It's a little bit blurry there, not quite sure why. So I'm just not going to zoom in like that again. So now we deal 5 damage to it, we're not going to be able to do that. But removing 4 threat from a scheme is going to help us over here, so I think we're going to make sure we keep that. Avengers Mansion would be nice, but I don't think we need it. We've got build support in this deck, so we're going to grab it with that, I think. Okay. There we go, there's build support. Okay, so action, look at the top 3 cards in the deck, put one on the bottom of the deck and the others back in any order. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. We're going to put this on the bottom. And this here, this here. Okay. So we're going to spend 1 for build support. Then we're going to get Skilled Investigator out. Do we get Skilled Investigator out or do we get Overwatch out? I think we get Skilled Investigator out. It's not as good because we can't do more than 1, but I think it's going to be worth it. So we're going to do... Oh wait, before we play build support, let's remove 2 threat from here. Because when we play build support, he gets to ready. So sorry about that, a little bit of time problem there. So we're going to use Marrow the Magic. Confuse an enemy. So we're going to confuse Spiral. Yep, she cannot be stunned, but she can be confused. And we're going to remove 4 threat from here. Then we're going to thwart for 2. Technically 3. That. To get build support out. So we can search our deck and discard pile for support. She's just going to search her deck. I don't know what she's got. We could get Party Wagon. That sounds like a good shout. Which is essentially X-Jet for turtles. Or we could get... because we both got Avengers Mansion. I think we want... Well, he's going to get Avengers Mansion now, I think. Unless there's a really good support. So we're going to get the Party Wagon. Shuffle this. We're going to have a look in here. Make sure there's no other supports we want. Preferably switch up. You turn the bottommost half of the duck card. When you just got a pile to your hand. Heal 1 damage. I don't think we need that quite yet. It's an upgrade. Event. So I think we will just go for Avengers Mansion. Because we did a side scheme, we do Skilled Investigator, we do get one way or another, which could be a very suicidal way of getting some more cards and doing more stuff. Let's do it. Villain cannot take damage, they can't take damage anyway, but I'll have 6 threat on it. Other than that, doesn't really do anything. Credit cannot be removed from other schemes, we don't want that. Each friendly card gets -2 attack. No, we're going to get out Dragnet. Unfortunately, this is only once per round, so we don't get to ready again. But this will have 7 threat on it. Okay, we draw 3 cards here. And of course, one of them is a side scheme. Exhaust Iron Suit. Move 1 threat from a scheme to here. So assign suit. Remove X threat from here. Deal X threat to a minion, or remove X threat from a scheme. Okay, so we're gonna play that. We could also play Specialized Training, but I think we'll save that for next turn. So we get to remove 1 threat. we're going to move this one. Okay, and then I think that's how we're done. So I think we're going to pass on the draw card here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get down the mutant center. I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3 to get out Home Technique, and then we're going to spend the Party Wagon to get out Weapon X. We can't get her Karma upgrades this turn, so I think we're actually just going to stay down. And then we'll get the Karma upgrades and get her fully set up. Okay, so the 5 here, I need 4 more. Another one way or another. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. Why never have built sports so I'm actually going to put the victory ones over here, just so I can keep track of them. Seem to matter. So, and then it's 6 cards here. Oh, we got X Gene as well. Yeah, I'm glad we stayed down. Just being able to stay down and go for it. Okay, so it goes 1, 2. She's attacking here, but when she would attack, she schemes instead. For 1, we're actually going to prevent that threat, which she should have done in the first place. So she's not placing any. Oh, she's confused, sorry about that. Which I forgot I was doing that. So actually the 1 threat was against here. So it's actually in counter cards now. After Cultist activates against you, search the encounter, take the discard pile for the Kraken and put it into play engagement, discard the Cultist. Vampire. Attacks with piercing, deal double damage to Vampire. Okay, so take first player. So discard until you reveal a minion outside game, reveal that card, draw 2 cards and ready each upgrade you can draw. Okay, so we do want how much attack does she normally has 2, so we can get rid of the cultist pretty fast. So I think we're going to hold off on that for now, because we've got one, we don't need another one. Pretty sure I didn't shuffle in Donnie, so we're going to shuffle him in. We haven't used Party Wagon. I think I just forgot to already. I'm going to take a damage and discard until I get an identity specific card. There we go. Each 100 counter on this card after play lose play. Okay. That isn't really what I wanted to do, I don't think. So I want that for this. Okay. I don't think this was the right call, but we're going to do it anyway. 1, 2, 3. So it can go up to. Forgot to change the counters. So I can go to 4, 12. Okay, then we're going to flip up. We're not going to get to days much, unfortunately. We could actually. So I'm going to spend 1 to play Bold Strategy, which will cloak us. So cloaked, if you haven't seen it before, is the next time this character uses a basic power or activates to increase that value by 2, or the next time they would take any amount of damage, decrease that value by 2. And then I'm going to exhaust Party Wagon as well to daze an enemy for each resource spent. We're going to daze the vampire because we're not going to kill the vampire. Although attacking for 3, 4, 5, it'd be very close, but we're not quite enough. So we're going to get rid of the cultist instead, because you don't want the Kraken. And also I forgot to do insight for both of these. So because of this, they've both got insight, which I forgot about. Okay, I think that's it for these guys. So after I attack, so it's already dead at that point, so it can't lose play. Okay. So I do kind of want specialised training out. Instead, I'm going to draw a card, strength. So I do kind of want to get through this because that threat's going to get high. I'm not going to play one way or another this turn, so I'm going to put followed on here. Then I'm going to spend 3 to do Mallard magic, confuse an enemy, confusing spiral, remove 4 threat from a scheme. Okay, so when we do that, the player remove that threat, removes top card of the show deck, and then I'm sure you just place it on the bottom. Oh, when the show environment will be discarded, place it on the bottom of the show deck. There we go. So now we've got each minion gains quick strike, and each ally takes -1 consequential when attacking a minion. And this goes back up to 6. I can prevent one of that, I suppose. No, we want to save that for that because it's not removing threat. We didn't defeat the side scheme, so we'll just remove 1 threat from here. And we're going to thwart for 2. 1, 2. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I suppose I thought this was just for so when a character enters play, choose a player areas that character's played to. I was just thinking allies, but I suppose that could be minions as well. So got to bear that in mind. If I want to take more minions than Alopex, then we can do that. Okay, I'm gonna ready up. 4 more cards. We do have ingenuity, which is nice. Quack attack. I'm gonna use some like quack foo. When you would take any amount of damage, prevent 2 of that damage, deal 1 damage for each side scheme in the victory display. Okay, it's only 1 damage, but the 2 defense doesn't help us. Okay, so here we're drawing 5, right? Yep. You know what? I forgot to get her upgrades out. That would have been great. I had that whole plan to sort that out, and I completely forgot about it. So that probably would have been helpful. Hero action: exhaust this card, deal 1 damage to an enemy, or remove 1 threat from a scheme. Okay, we're probably going to need that. And that's what gets this easier on there. Okay. So 1, 2. She attacks, but she schemes instead, but then she's confused. Vampire attacks, but he's dazed, so he does 2 less damage. So he's attacking for 0. So I think we'll just take that. Then Spiral Scheming here for 1, 2, 3. We're going to prevent one of that damage, so only 2 goes on. Counter card and counter card. Show must go on. Each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a card from the same encounter deck as the show environment, and reveals that card. You know, if it's in here, yep. So I'm going to reveal that one for Apex. So I can spend a resource of any type to attach it. We are. So we're going to say goodbye to Ray. And we get 3 counters, and that's going to give us piercing, which will be very nice. It does surge though, is the only thing. Oh, you do it as a face down and counter card, my bad. I kind of jumped the gun on that one. And then Howard is going to look for... looking for a tiny one, because otherwise we're going to get heavily quick striked here. We don't want Cultist because he's just going to bring out the other guy, so I think we're going to have to go for the Kraken, or Wolf is too much. Yeah, let's go for the Kraken. At least he kind of helps us in a way. So that's that gone. I spent Ray to get this guy, so actually it doesn't really matter that it was face down. But it does still surge. Surge. If Spiral is on the corner side, place a teleport counter on her. If she's on the escape side, you may spend a mental resource to look at the top card of... I do want to do that, but I'm starting to run out of resources for her. I'm going to use Juice Wild. Put on top or bottom. Okay, we want to keep on the top, so we know it's cornered now, so we definitely want to knock her out. Knock this out so we can start getting rid of this threat. Okay, so he's got toughness. He does have quick strike because of the mojo files. He takes additional damage from cards with a mental resource, which may be very good for Apex, apart from the fact that she's got so many things going on here. So little cards, so we'll see. Okay, so encounter card. Surge. I'm not going to spend a mental because we know what's under there. Okay, that's not too bad. There's only her right now, so we can work with that. And then he's going to activate, so he's going to deal 2 damage to us. And then each other character takes a damage, so 1, 2, knocks off the tough. 3. She cannot take damage. Okay, and he's got 12 hit points. Okay, so it's Howard's turn first. What he never made was in victory display he gets +1 fort. Do you want specialized training down? I think actually, for saying that she's got so little cards, she doesn't really need any more cards, so I'm going to take the card here. I'm going to shove Overwatch on this scheme. I've currently got 3 fort because of... no, I haven't anymore. So we're going to remove a threat from here. Question is, do I get specialised training down or do I get he never made? Specialised training helps 2 of us, but okay, we'll sort that out in a second, I think. We're going to fort for 1-2, Overwatch, move 2 threat from here. We still have to steal 4 damage somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start getting rid of the Kraken. Right, Quack attack. 2, which one are we doing? I think specialisation training is probably the better way to go, but we're not going to be able to do a huge amount with it right now, I don't think. We are going to skilled investigator though. Oh, that is pretty tempting. 1 to get an ally down. Who's going to be able to hit these without any consequential? But we do lose ingenuity and our side scheme. But it will take a threat off both of these. I think that might be worth it. So that's going to remove a threat from here, remove a threat from here. We can't remove threat because she's not on a cornered side. So we can attack for 1, but I just don't think that's going to be useful here. So I think we're going to fort for we're going to fort for 2 here. Quasar is not going to take consequential damage because he's going to attack a minion. He doesn't have a mental resource, so we're going to use mentals on this if we can. So 1, 2 here. I have to exhaust it to be able to do this. Okay, so I think that's everything done here. We are going to stay up because that threat's getting high and we can't get rid of it at the moment. So then we're going to exhaust to get rid of this because it is just an action. It gets discarded. We're going to play. We'll use the party wagon to play other karma, even though we don't have the first one. Exhaust this card, deal 1 damage to an enemy or remove 1 threat from scheme. We're going to deal 2 damage here because he takes an extra damage from cards with a printed mental resource. It is an attack, so we attach this here. Unfortunately, we don't have any attacks that we can actually play right now. So we're just going to cloak here. I can spend another one to daze an enemy, which I think we're going to do. We're going to daze this guy. And then unfortunately, I think that's all I can do right now. Yeah. So we're going to ready here. Draw our 5 cards. Sniff out trouble. Interesting. So we're probably going to be playing Donnie on this turn, although we could do a take that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Here we're going to draw a 5. Guess another skilled investigator ready for Alopex, which will be good. Okay. Pretty good cards there, so we're going to get 1, 2. She's getting quite up there, to be fair. She's scheming for 1, 2, 3. Kraken is scheming for 0, but he's activating, so everybody takes damage. Damage. Which unfortunately just knocks off her coat. And she can't take a damage. Okay. Then Spiral's scheming here for 1. Put this card into play. We would get to Ready Howard, but we can't. We're actually going to prevent that 1 threat, which I keep forgetting to do. So 12. I assume this had victory, but it doesn't. So you could technically do more than 1 fetch quest. This guy's going to attack for 2, but he's dazed. This guy's attacking for 2. I do want to be ready, so I'm just going to take it. And then we got encounter cards. This should be in discard pile. Assault. She's going to attack us, which means she's going to scheme for 1. Okay, we're getting all the tough minions in now. Takes double damage from an energy resource, but he does have retaliate and 20 health. Okay, so Alopex is going first. Right. So this would be double damage against him, which would be 14 damage. We're currently attacking for 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to attack with piercing using this, which means we get 1 more attack, so actually it's 4 attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. We take a damage. Then we're going to pay 1, 2, 3. They're all mental. I was using a mental resource. We're actually going to get rid of that then instead. To take that, which is, oh sorry, we attacked, so prey goes onto here. So we're doing 7 damage normally. It's buffed up by 3 of home technique, so it's 10 damage. Then it's doing additional damage because of prey, so it's 11 damage. I barely needed the attack. So actually it's doing 22 damage, so bye bye dragon. That's mad. So dragon's dead. Let's go through the other bits before we resolve his. When this card is placed set aside, I'm just putting it here for now. Okay, that's it. I thought I did something else. Okay. Each player draws 4 cards when defeated. So we're going to draw 4 here. And we're going to draw 4 here. Okay, then this is going to deal 2 damage here. Then we're going to use Fusillade, play Precision Strike. That's 2 damage again, although technically it's 4 because it's, sorry 3 because it's mental resource. It does defeat him, so we heal 2, and then we also get, though defeated this may put 1 ally from the discard pile into play. Have I got any in the discard pile? I thought we had Ray. Was I imagining that? No, Ray is right there. Enters play with 2 ammo counters. When he uses a basic power, move an ammo counter, deal 2 damage to an enemy. Okay, so that's him gone. So we do have Donny and Clyde. Unfortunately, can't use mutagen on either of them. I think we'll go 1, 2, 3 to get out Donny. Which is going to draw us 2 cards. Then we're going to use mutagen and martial powers to remove 3 threat from a scheme. I think we're actually going to remove it from here, which is going to reveal the top card, which is cornered. So we're going to flip her. Oh yeah, just have to put a counter on here and she goes up. She doesn't have any when revealed effects, and this gets shuffled back in. So once that gets to 6, she'll flip back over, but we can now attack her and remove threat from the main scheme. And we get to shuffle a mental card in. I think we want this. It seemed like a good card. I just missed out on it, unfortunately. I did 4 there, so that goes onto here, and this goes back up to 6. Don't have piercing, unfortunately, so I can't just pierce him off. We have a lot of threat removal, which is nice. Yeah, actually we don't have a lot of threat removal. Most of these are upgrades or something else. So I think we're going to focus on the Kraken now though. So we're going to deal 2 damage and remove a counter to deal 4 damage basically, so it goes up to 10. I could kill Donny here. I think I'm going to, just to get rid of the Kraken. Each friendly character heals 1 damage. So he's going to heal 1, he's going to heal 1, we're going to heal 1. Then Donny takes 2 damage and dies. So I think that's all for Alopex, which, you know, it's a good amount. So it's Howard's turn. Remove 3 threat from the scheme. If you defeat a side scheme this way, you may ready your hero, or remove 1 threat from the scheme for each side scheme in the victory display. Okay, right. It's not enough to defeat any of these schemes, and we want to be getting rid of a lot on the main scheme, really. So we're going to get Skilled Investigator out over here. We're going to put Overwatch on the main scheme. Quasar is going to hit this guy for 2, which actually I forgot he takes. We should have revealed this. My bad. Well, when we did the cornered, so we're back on dial M for Mojo. So everybody's got +1 fort, so that didn't matter then, so he did die. Quasar will take a damage for attacking this guy. We want to remove as much threat as possible here. So which I don't think we're going to get to. Depends what upgrades I want. I'm going to draw a card. So I think we're going to go 1, 2 to get Detective Agency out. Detective Agency and multitasking. Yeah, it's going to play multitasking. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. 1, 2. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. We've currently got 3 fort. We can move an extra threat using this guy. I'd love to get this down, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So we're going to be removing 3 threat from the scheme. So we're going to thwart for 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to play 1, 2, I think. Yeah, 1, 2 to get foul play out. So foul play is remove 3 threat from a scheme. 1, 2, 3. Actually, if you defeat a side scheme in this way, which we will. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 from here. Pop Overwatch. That shouldn't be out yet. Which will remove this. So let's get the order right. So this will be defeated. So each player who does not control specialization basically will get some specialization upgrades. As part of the schemes, not the thingy. So we're going to do thwart here. And we're going to do attack here. Okay. So that's all we need to do. So you may ready your identity or remove 1 threat from each side scheme in the victory. From a scheme for each side scheme in the victory display. So that would only be 2 threat, which wouldn't be worth it. So we're going to ready instead. And we're going to trigger Skilled Investigator for both. It's probably not going to matter for Alopex, but we can thwart for a good amount. We're not going to be able to get rid of all the scheme from somewhere though, unfortunately. Doesn't mean we can thwart for a lot though, because we'll be thwarting for 3, 4. So 3, 4, 5, 6, which will probably be worth it. This should have readied actually, because we moved the last threat from the scheme. This unfortunately isn't a thwart event, which I didn't actually realise. So we're just going to pay for that outright, I think. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6 off the main. It's not the last threat, so we don't get to heal, unfortunately, but we do get to draw a card off of specialised training. Return the bottommost how to duck card from your hand. Okay, so it's not something we can use right now. After she activates, place a teleport counter on her. Okay, I am going to flip down for Howard. I'm going to look at the top 3 cards of the deck and put 1 back on the bottom. Oh, they're really bad boosts, but you really don't want them as encounter cards. We're going to put 1 on the bottom. Has it been the same order? Any order? I think we want her scheming for a higher amount than she's attacking. Making sure I did that the right way, yeah. Okay, and that's for any event. I could have used it. Yeah, actually, I read that wrong, so I'm going to say I used that and then use this to get her out. Then put my how to duck card to your hand, and heal 1 from your identity. Okay, that was a bit of a mess of an end of turn there, but hopefully nothing too major happens there. Breaks it, so we're going to ready up and we're going to draw 4 more cards, and here we're going to draw 5 more cards. Okay, I'd really like to get any of these side schemes out because they seem pretty important, so they're basically stat boosts, so he kind of needs them. Okay, so we're going to get 1, 2. She's attacking here. Do I defend? And we have over blade here. Yeah, I think I do defend. Sorry, has to boost. I'm gonna take no damage because we remember what it was. Didn't need to defend that. She's gonna scheme for 1, 2, 3, 4, back up to 10, and she gets another counter. We're going to build the case. After a side scheme is defeated, place 1 coup counter here. Then, if there is 3 coup counters here, discard, discard. Then she's going to scheme for 1, 2, 3. So she's halfway already. That's not good. And Howard is first player. So I do want trapped down. I don't think we're going to get Swamp Thing down, so I'm going to... No, I'm not going to do that yet, because I'll get a bonus for not. So... Okay, that's a very nice one to see. And we heal one. So we get to look at the top 3 cards. 3. Plan is we're probably going to be confusing or stunning her. So I think we want it like that. Yep, that way. Then we're going to flip up. We're going to fort for 1, 2, 3, 4. It's annoying that we don't have Overwatch. That would be actually before we do this. Does she need a card? I think she probably does, looking at that. So we're going to save a card for her. So we're going to move 4 from here. I think that will draw us a card. Oh, Spider-Man's good here. That basically finishes that off. So I'm going to spend 1 to put forward on there. And then we've got 5 cards here to spend. She will get a card from me. Still not quite enough, is it? So also means we're not stunning her or confusing her, which is kind of what I wanted to do. So it slightly messes it up. Okay, we're going to draw a card. Crack and Burn. Find Man-Thing and add him to your hand. Deal damage to an enemy equal to Man-Thing's attack. And remove threat from a scheme equal to Howard the Dog's fort. Okay. So I'm going to do 1. Do want to play this, but I don't think we're going to be able to. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get a Spider-Man out. Spider-Man is going to remove 6 threat from here. Then we're going to fort for 2 with Spider-Man, which is going to do followed. Followed is going to deal 4 damage to enemy. We're going to do the damage here while she's cornered. And place a counter here. Then, in play order, search your deck for a card and play it for free. I didn't realise it was just a deck. So we just get Heroic, and so there's a good one in here. Bounce. Let's go out. Yeah, there's not another card. That might not have been worth it. I didn't realise it was just a deck. But it does mean we defeated the scheme. So we both draw a card. Which means if one's coming in, we get a card each. Because we run out of cards. This would ready, but it's already exhausted. It's not exhausted. We're going to remove a threat from here. Place it on here. He took a damage. We're going to play trap because we need it out. 6. Just going to ready us. Because we haven't done that yet. We've got exactly 2 damage, so I think we will. So hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fort. So we're going to do 5 fort here. And we're going to remove 1 threat using Quasar. So, I'm going to put this further down here. So I've got +1 attack, which is nice. Each player may search their deck and discard pile for an ally and add it to the hand. Howard's going to get to put it into play for free. So I'm thinking maybe Man-Thing is probably the best bet here. Especially since he seems to be the only ally I have. So let's put him out. Toughness. Okay, I think that's it for Howard. We're going to keep Man-Thing around to protect, since he's got toughness. Although, it doesn't really matter. We're just going to attack for free. 1, 2, 3. Take the opportunity while it's here. Unfortunately, it does mean she isn't stunned due to that turn, but I think this is a bit better. We're in a better spot for it. Avengers Mansion. I forgot to actually shuffle the deck for her other thing. We're going to deal damage to this guy to attach prey to it. And then we're going to deal damage to defeat him. Which means prey leaves play. Which I didn't do that the way I wanted to do that. Hang on. That's still attached to him because can't get around that. But we're going to keep one ready. We're just going to use this to do it. We'll kill him. Because we're not going to be able to get that out in time. Then we're going to spend a mental and exhaust this to ready. I suppose I could spend the party wagon to do that. Yeah, let's spend the party wagon to do that instead. Because then we can actually play this event, which is probably better off. Then she's going to attack for 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw a card from Specialized Training and attach prey to her. Then I can take that, which I think I'd rather do than get this card down, to be honest. Or remove threat. So, first of all, nobody's going to attack for 1. And Dazer takes a consequential. Yeah, especially since it's going to be 10 damage with Home Technique. It does mean we're getting rid of this card again, but it feels a bit bad to pass it up. So we're going to do 10 damage because of Home Technique, and I've got nothing else that's buffing it. Although it is one of her attacks, so technically it's 11 damage. Oh, she was on 14, so she's on 3 now. Okay, so... No, wait. No, it's more because of Dazed, so it's an extra 2 damage. Okay, so that was a good attack. Then I'm going to have Ray attack and use his last counter. Just going to kill this version of her off. She'll change to this form. I don't think this is play, I don't think. I think it's like attachments, they stay on. I'm not 100% sure on that, to be honest. But, so it'll just stay on, and that way it doesn't benefit us. And her health goes to 30. Okay, so then, so he used his gun, so we now get to actually do the attack, which is for 2. Takes a consequential damage, which I've already done, and there we go. Oh, actually, there was 2 side schemes done in that turn, wasn't there? This fetch quest was done as well, so this is on 2. So we just need 1 more Q counter, and that'll be helpful. So we're drawing 5 here, and we're drawing 5 here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, because I've built the case, so we're halfway there, which is not a good sign. She's attacking here for 2 plus nothing. I think I'm just going to quack attack that. So she deals 2 damage. We're going to use Justice Served to play quack attack. When you would take any amount of damage, prevent 2 of that damage. Deal 1 damage to enemy for each side scheme in the victory display, so it's 3 damage, 1, 2, 3. And then because Spy were attacked, she gets a counter. Then she's attacking here for 4. think we're gonna. I don't really want to defend because she's got really good stuff here, but I know Ray's gonna take it. Yeah. So Ray dies. And then counter cards. Inside one because of this. I don't know if I've remembered all these every time, to be honest. Move all threat from a side scheme to the main scheme. We don't want to do that because that's going to take us. We could do actually. Could save some threat. Discard cards from. Yeah, we don't want to do that. So we're going to move all threat from here. Oh no, that's going to be worse, isn't it? No, we're going to look for a side scheme. Discard cards until we get to one from that scheme. Okay. 6, 7. Each friendly character gets -2 attack. That's not great. He's got inside 1. I'm already ready, so that's not a problem. Gang up, inside 1. She is attacking here. Quasar's going to take it. Follow. Then run out of deck. She's attacking here. That's not right. Not attacking. She's revealing an encounter card. Choose a non-wild resource type. Then each player draws 2 cards. Each player must discard a card from their hand, chosen resource type. It's not going to be mental. I'm thinking energy. Yeah, we'll go for energy. So we're going to draw 2 here. We're good. We're going to draw 2 here. And we're good. Well, if a copy of Spiral Swords is attached to Spiral, she attacks you. Otherwise, search the encounter deck and discard pile for. This is a nasty card. So she gets +1 attack for each counter on here, so she starts off with 3. And then it costs 2 fists while she's on the cornered side to remove a Still Cat from there. Very, very nasty card. So it's Alopex first. So I do kind of want combat training down. Good fuselage. We've got minus. We haven't got any events we can play, which is a shame. So we're coping with very low attack at the minute. Because she's an attacker with water, let's put it that way. Energy resources, no. So I'm still attacking for 1, 2. She's still attacking for 2. She isn't great. I get combat training, so she's actually attacking for 3. Still not great. Okay, I think we're gonna go 1, 2 diffusers. So that's deal 5 damage to an enemy. Source the card with a weapon trait. So there we go. So it's actually 7 damage because we paid for it with mental resources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's 1 more because it's an attack from Alopex. I'm going to spend 1, 2 to put out combat training. So we just basically going to carry on regardless. So -2. So the only bits we care about is 1, 2, 3 attack. It's 4 because of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to draw a card. Was really hoping for a double, but it would have been a very big stretch. 1, 2. We could play Prowl, which is probably a good idea. Or we could ready an attack for another 3. Which, to be fair, we're not far off killing him, but it's too far enough to be helpful enough. So I think instead we're going to let them draw a card. Using Avengers Mansion on Howard the Duck. I'm going to Party Wagon, Precision Strike, and Prowl. We're paying with mental resources. With a mental resource to do 10 damage basically. Down to 3, but then we do an additional damage due to Prey. We're going to attack with nobody, which actually does no damage. To daze her. And then, oh yeah, we should have drew a card from Specialist Training, but it probably should have been that other card. Okay, then Howard's just got to do 2 damage, which is harder than it sounds. So I'm currently attacking for 0. He's attacking for 0. He's attacking for 1. So we're going to attack for 1 with him. And it's +2 damage. Which is enough to kill her. Which means we won. Yeah. Okay. This probably wasn't the best scenario to test them out on, but yeah, it's still fun. Okay, so thoughts. We didn't get to use the iron suit, unfortunately, but could have just removed a threat from there, I suppose, and he could have removed 2 more, so we could have just gone down to 4, and then I probably had some cards to do some stuff. If I really wanted to, I could have fought it for 4 and got rid of that, so it definitely would have gone. So yeah, we had a okay, so in terms of Howard's got this is the boring bit where I sort out all the stuff, so I can very quickly talk about it, I suppose. I think that's all of it. Yep, so got foul play, you've got iron suit, you've got mild magic, and you've got these ones. So we didn't get these other side schemes out, but they're essentially extra buffs to his basic stats. Instead of like a standard upgrade, it's a player side scheme, which makes perfect sense. So, but they do have good when defeated effects, which is nice. Yeah, that probably would have been a good one to find. Yeah, these look fine, but some of the events and some of the cards look really blurry for some reason when you zoomed in. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Not a major problem, but just a bit weird. Not sure what it is. I don't think I ever did this or used it, but I'm sure there's some cool strategy you can do out there. But yeah, I just didn't know what it was. When an ally you control display, search your deck for an event card. Yeah, definitely should have done the interrupt a few times. Definitely missed that. I just kind of forgot that card was there, to be honest. So yeah, could have got a few more events out of that, but never mind. Although I don't think I really had many die. So it was just Quasar. I think it was just Quasar. Maybe died once. So yeah, so didn't miss that much. Okay, the rest of them. Mild Magic, great. Detective Agency, I didn't use it very well, but it was a really good card. Kind of lets you get into that flow state, just doing loads of stuff over and over. Foul Play, yeah. I like the fact that you're going to come to a point where actually, you know what, I want to remove threat equal to the side schemes, but to start off with, you're just going to be readying your identity. So it's not useless at the start, but it just becomes even more powerful after. That's great. Crack Attack, love it, looks great. And just nice and simple. Works with the side schemes again. Remove exhaust. Remove X threat from here. Do X damage or remove X threat. I probably could have used that earlier. I thought you had to remove all of it for some reason. I had that in my head, but that probably would have helped out. But yeah, helps him just slowly chip away at a side scheme as well, rather than just his main thwart. Do you realize I gave hit points? This seems like it would be a pretty good one. After you defeat side scheme, deal 1 damage to an enemy. Yep, great. Get extra hit points, which he does kind of need because he's a bit squishy, and the extra attack, so you can get him up to 3 attack, which is pretty interesting. Yeah. Beverly's a pretty great alter ego support. Nice little bit of heal, and gets you a card that you want. So yeah. Crack and Burn is a very weird card. Like, it's good because you can get Man Thing, but if he's in play, you take him out of play, add him to your hand, and then deal 3 damage, because it's always going to be 3 damage. So it could just be deal 3 damage rather than deal damage to an enemy equal to Man Thing's attack. Not sure, it just feels weirdly worded, I don't know why. It's not a bad card though, it's a good card. Yeah, I don't know what it is, the best way to fix that, but it just feels weird, which I know isn't helpful in the slightest, but it's a feel weird. Although I do like the fact that there is an event that actually ties into Man Thing. Man Thing himself is pretty great. being able to get them out at one cost once you've got your side schemes out, really cool. Being able to get an ally straight away and put them into play, really cool. It's going to be man thing every time almost. Great. But yeah, I liked him a lot. Very interesting. And just works well. Yeah. Alopex. Yeah. Similar story really. I haven't played a lot of heroes that have like the set upgrade, so I'm hoping I haven't messed up any rules there when it comes to it, because it might be I messed up the rule with when they transfer to stage 2. I'm not sure. I think we would be there anyway, but yeah. But her with home technique and whatever that card was, that card is really good, and that's an FFG card. That's great. That with home technique, 10 damage, no questions asked. Yeah, really good. So really, yeah. But I do like this prey aspect. The fact that it goes on side schemes as well, sorry, not just side schemes, is pretty interesting. Obviously I didn't really need to do that because we had Howard, but so we didn't really get much of a benefit of that side of it, but it does keep it interesting that it's not just kill minion, kill minion, kill minion. No, you can kill side schemes too. But yeah, obviously we pumped her through a lot of attack, but I feel like you're going to if you're going to be playing aggression. That's kind of the point. I don't think we managed to play many of her events though, which is a bit of a shame. But we just didn't need a lot of them at the time, or we had Take That in our hands and we played as Hate That, because that's a very strong card, as it turns out. But come on. Come on, hold on. No. Okay. Also, we did manage to play our ally at least, which is pretty great. Being able to daze someone is pretty helpful, especially if they've already got prey attached. So that's an additional 3 on the next attack, basically, if it's Alopex. Really helpful. You got Sniff Out Trouble, get a minion or side scheme. We didn't really struggle with that in this scenario, so we didn't get to use it, but it would be really good getting 2 cards and readying these, but we just really didn't need anything else to deal with. And yeah, I liked these, were interesting. So they're pretty minute on their own. Cloaking Alopex is pretty great actually, saying that, but then being able to spend resources to daze again, keeping them all down, is pretty great. I mean, we kept a vampire there for a few turns, and then Pounce, we didn't get to overuse it, but the 0 cost for 1 damage was surprisingly helpful, because you can just get the prey on them. Same with the Karmas, being able to get the prey on them really easy is important. So yeah, and we were even able to play decently without these to start off with, so I'd say that's a good sign that it's not overly reliant on these 2 upgrades, even though when you do get these upgrades it does make life a hell of a lot easier. Alter Ego gets 2 wreck, and Topmost Ally gets shuffled back in. Yeah, nice bit of recursion. But extra healing, which I think she would need. We were pretty lucky on our attacks against us, really, and Spiral doesn't attack too much either, unless she's in over stage, so it wasn't too bad. But I imagine if it's a high attack scenario, she does have 3 defense, to be fair, but that 2 extra wreck is going to help. I wanted to get this card out, but I just never did. So this is your big resource generator. If you're constantly killing minions, this is going to be great, and it probably would have been great for us, but every time it came up we couldn't play it. So but yeah, I quite like it. She's pretty interesting. I know she's probably closest to someone like Valkyrie, but I've never played Valkyrie, so I can't really compare her, but it's probably a case of if you like Valkyrie's playstyle, you're probably going to like Alopex. But yeah, so I'm going to leave it there, and thanks everybody for watching.